friends, welcome to my channel JB's Crochet. I'm Amber and it's Vlogtober the 7th. It's October 7th. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I was looking forward to this Monday morning video, doing these videos. I don't know, I'm looking forward to doing them every morning. It's nice. I don't know, it's fun. I don't know. I just love them. I had this water sitting here and I was like, well, I didn't bring my water over here, but I had this water sitting here. Still fresh water. So, do you notice anything different behind me? Yes, I moved all my yarn that was in this closet downstairs, and I have to tell you, I'm loving it because I want to record from in front of it, but my kids asleep. My kids are asleep down there, and this morning my alarm went off and I hit off. I laid in bed for a minute or two, and the next thing I know, it was 6:48. And I went, oh, I need to get out of bed and get this going. And took me 10 minutes to get ready apparently this morning. I'm moving a little slow this Monday morning. And again, I don't have a ton to show you in terms of crochet because I just haven't touched it. Well, the cat's meow I haven't really touched. My mom's blanket, I literally picked it up out of the bag that it was in, and that was it. I didn't put an actual stitch or anything into it. So I put some work into this one, as well as I think I did, oopsies, it's pulling out. I think I did a row or two with this last night. So it doesn't look a whole lot different from what it did, except for it being maybe 2 or 3 rows bigger. That's about it. I do want to go, I think, a little bit bigger, possibly, with this one than my youngest, because the one this is for is 4 years older, so he's just a smidge, you know, he's quite taller than the youngest, but sorry. So I don't know how big this is gonna get before I start decreasing it, but I want to make it fairly big. So there's that. I did a couple, like I said, I did a couple rows on that last night. I put a little bit of work in on this since the last time you've seen it, not much. The black stripe's a little bit thicker, and you can't really see it against me, so I'm going to try and hold it up. It's about, I don't know, 3 to 4 inches more that I have to do before I can start decreasing it. I just measured it before I went live on recording this morning, before I hit the record button, and it was measuring around 36. So I could really stop anywhere on any of these rows in the next, you know, little bit, because I'm trying to go for, you know, a boggy creep blanket, and it just needs to be within 35 to 40 wide before I decrease it. My brain's not functioning this morning. It's a little tired for some reason. Well, getting up at 3 a.m. to help a child go potty, well, I mean, he didn't need my help, but him getting up to go potty, he turns on the bathroom light, like, just full bore, which, I mean, that's all you can do, but, like, the door's cracked open and everything, so all the light floods into our room. Not indoor faces, thankfully, because this wall right here is where the door is over here, and it's tucked around a little corner, so it wouldn't be in our faces when it goes up. But it's just, you know, when you're in the dark asleep, it wakes you up. And I want to say at like 1 o'clock, I went to the bathroom. I usually go to the bathroom before I go to bed, and I did. But apparently I needed to go again, so I think I even went an extra time in the middle of the night. So it was very interesting sleeping last night. So anyway, back to the background behind me, I bought this little basket. It's a, I can't really see it very good on here, but it's they're baskets. They're metal baskets that are attached to each other by some screws on the side and the back, and then they have a couple of these. I have an extra set of them that I could actually divide these up into 2 parts if I wanted to. So I have another set of these hanging things that hook to the bottom, or to the top of them, and it's hanging on the closet clothes rod, the rod that's in the closet rod. Oh, I'm having a hard time thinking of what to call that rod. It's the rod that you hang things on. And I was actually going to initially put some like blankets and stuff in here, or things that I've made, and then I was like I was standing here after I had it hung up, and I was looking, and I'm like, oh, I could put my cotton in there, and then I could put, this is all my, right here, this is all my yarn from Thriss that I've gotten from Thriss and Stitches, and then behind my sign is like the Malabrigo and other hanks. I want to put this somewhere else because I want you guys to be able to see the hanks behind it, but I've got other hanks up here. So these 2 are hanks, and then the very top one I have my Stenleys, and then I have another package of very high-end wool donut thingies, and then in here I have my Kobus and my, all this that's in this one is from Walmart, and then this lovebird and this pumpkin are from Marty at Blossom Crochet. I have these peaches and cream strapies in here. I have a whole bunch of different kinds of those, and then in the back I have peaches and creams, and then the bottom 2 are my mainstays, and I love this cotton, and then there's this hank cotton that I have. Is very, I don't know what I'm gonna make with this. It's very like, very variegated cotton. It is Araucania fiber, or Araucania yarn, and then it's like Papaseo or Parrot painted cotton blend, it says. So it does have some acrylic in it. It's 75% cotton, 25% acrylic. I thought this was 100% acrylic for some reason, but it's not. It's partially cotton. So I have those in there, and then I have a couple baskets down on the bottom with the yarn that the only thing with these is they do swing. The shelves I had in here didn't swing. So if I bump this thing, I have to stop it from swinging. And then down below I have a couple baskets. One of them is the yarn that I use to make the hats and scarves off the Addy. That slicky, silky, kind of like, it's the shine, the Big Twist shine, and like it's kind of like the Caron Simply Soft. There's one Caron Simply Soft in there, and then there's some Yarn Bee Glowing that I have. I just bumped my shelf again, or my baskets. I have this glowing in here. Ooh, I need to bring up that glowing from downstairs, the brightly rainbow colored one. I need to put that up here too. And then I have a basket of cakes that I still have left to sell, scrap cakes. So I only have 6 of them, so, but 4 in a bag for $20 plus shipping. Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you guys bought the first 2 bags from me, I will try and get that done to you, to get the invoices done with PayPal and sent to you today. So that way we can get that done and send it off, and I don't take forever to do that, because that's not good business practice. So anyway, behind me now, I've described over here, I have this sign hanging off, like a little hook and a clip added to it to hold it, because I was like, I need to have it somewhere, but also I don't want to cover this because it is so pretty to look at. Now, behind me was blank. Now I do have a canvas shelf thingy like this that I had over here. But I just didn't like it. It didn't feel complete. It didn't feel finished. It felt, I don't know, it just didn't feel right. And so it's like, what can I put behind my head? It's like, I need something. I don't want just white back here. I know I could have kept it white and simple. I was just like, I don't know. It doesn't feel, I don't know. And then I happened to be thinking, and I was out in the living room. Yet again, my blanket was on the floor. And I'm like, I wish you guys would stop throwing this on the floor. And as soon as I said that in my head, I went, oh, I could hang this up because it's big enough and large enough that it should be able to hang past my chair. And it's just barely past my chair. Like, the bottom's right here. Like, I don't have to pull it up very much, and you can see the bottom. Like, it fits a queen-size bed with a little bit of drape over the side. So, I laid it on my bed. I folded the sides in so that it would be this width right here, you know, the width that it is. And then I carefully hung it up so that way it wasn't all bunched up and stuff. I was like, yes, that's what I wanted. And then I got to sit in here looking at it, and I was like, I wonder what stitch markers would look like on there. So all the stitch markers that I have been sent through Thrift and Stitches, she sends a stitch marker with the first full spectrum regular subscription box that you get from her. The one hank, so the first hank you get a stitch marker on. The other ones after that you don't. And the Birthstones ones, she doesn't do it on that either. And these are made by Dee's Creative Hands, I believe they're called. I believe it's called the channel. Everybody knows who Dee is. A lot of people know who Dee is. But a lot of these stitch markers are made by her. I'm trying to think. Two of the stitch markers on here, two, came from the yarn that I bought from Dawn Erin. Had the two little minis, packs of minis that I bought. I don't know where my minis are from her. I thought they were in here. But anyway, I bought 2 bundles of minis from Dawn Erin a while back in May, sometime May or June, April, May, June, somewhere in there. And on each of hers, she had a stitch marker. Now, I'm assuming she made them because she's very well versed in crafts, and the talent that she has in all the different crafts is amazing. That I wouldn't put it past her that she made the 2 that she sent me, which would have been this sunflower one up here, and then the one directly below it with the sparkly heart. You guys can't really see that, but these 2 right here came from her bunches of minis, and then these 5 right here on the other side are the ones from Dee through Thrift and Stitches Full Spectrum. So I thought, how fun would it be that stitch markers that I collect from both Thrift and Stitches and other people that I buy things from, as well as, you know, if anybody ever sends me any stitch markers that I think are just too pretty to use and want to display them, which, I mean, the whole point of the stitch marker is to use them. So, I mean, you know, if I put them here, I'll see them and I'll be like, ooh, I want to use that one now, you know, instead of using these plastic locking looking ones, which, I mean, these work great. These do the job too, just amazingly well. So I just was like, you know, this will be fun to fill this in behind my head right here. Just fill it in with stitch markers. And so I just kind of, you know, spread them out a little bit and try to keep them not behind my head for now, because this is all I have. I only have those 7. So I do make them from time to time, stitch markers. I want to make bees, since my whole name is JBees. The bees part is actually, the B is for my daughter, for her first letter of her name, and then, you know, when you say the letter B, it, you know, it sounds like the animal bug bee, B-E-E, so that's where bees came from. So JBees Crochet, just, I don't know. I don't know who helped me come up with that, because I've had that forever. And I had an Etsy shop named JB's Boutique. And I actually closed that Etsy store because I wasn't using it. So I don't plan to use Etsy. So if you guys ever want to buy things from me, it probably won't be through Etsy. I don't know. I just have not heard great things for people that, you know, sell minimal things on Etsy. So, and that's basically where I'll be at, is from time to time to have things on there. So, but yeah, that's where the name came from. And like I said, I want to make some bees charm stitch marker things for, you know, to give out to either my members or to sell to people or whatever. So those will be coming, you know, on top of everything else that I have to, not have to do, that I get to do, that I've promised to do. Because, you know, I can't just do one thing at one time. So I have to do, you know, multiple things. So hopefully the rest of the week I'll have something to show you guys in terms of project progress. I've been wanting to utilize these vlogs as my progress, like kind of keeping me accountable to be able to have, because it's pushing me to have stuff to show you guys, because I just don't want to come on here and not have anything to show you. So, but today is one of those days I just didn't have much to show you in terms of being done with anything. Hold on a second. I am getting closer to being done with my penguin. I'll go ahead and show you what I have on that. It's almost done. And then I have to go figure out, I think the wreath, the Christmas wreath was the next one, which is this one right here. And then I want to say Rudolph is after that, which he is right here. But after Rudolph, I'm 2 of these behind. So after Rudolph, I'm not sure. Actually, I shouldn't be telling you what's in order. And I don't even know what's after Rudolph. So you're going to have to go to Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming and figure out what the next one is. Now, I shouldn't have told you the first 3. Whoopsies, slip of the tongue. I will not be telling you from now on. Jan did that on her video the other day, and I was like, I like that, because you know what? That sends people to her channel to be able to watch her videos and find out what the next one is. And she does it every Wednesday. It's called Wipeout Wednesday, and she reveals the next one as well as show everybody the progress of everybody's finished Wipeout Wednesday dish class that they did over the last week. So anywho, I should have kept my mouth shut on that, but now you guys know I need to do the Christmas wreath and Rudolph next. And honestly, I think those are the only 2 that I'm behind. Well, no, I'm almost 3 behind, because Wednesday's in 2 days, and I'm not getting 4 dishcloths done in 2 days. So I will have to go watch her video and find out what's next. It's hard to keep up with all the videos out there, so I do my best and catch them when I can. So, and let me tell you what, this penguin is making me wish I had not bought Peaches and Cream. I'm wishing I would have went and bought I Love This Yarn and Mainstays, because it's not fun to work with. At least the black that I have. It's very stiff, and oh my goodness, it just, I don't like it. But I'm forcing myself to finish this penguin. If anybody is interested in purchasing or taking the Peaches and Cream off my hands, please say so, because I will gladly sell or get rid of this and use maybe the money, if you do buy it from me, use the money that I get from you to go buy the same colors, as close to the same colors in Mainstays and I Love This Yarn, or I Love This Cotton, because I just don't know that I could keep doing this. It's rough. Like, it's not hurting my hands or anything, but just, it's just stiff to work with, and I don't like working with stiff yarn. I've gotten so accustomed and spoiled on soft yarns, where when I go to this cotton, it's like, I mean, there's a reason it's meant for kitchen stuff. And I was trying to give it another go, because I started out with peaches and cream when I started crocheting. It's all I knew that was out there, really, for cotton that I could afford. Well, not necessarily that I could afford, but just, I don't know. I don't remember really having knowledge of all like these specialty yarns, like the wool, like, you know, the Malabrigos and like the higher end stuff, you know. And then like, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. It was a while before I was on to that and knew of that, how soft that was. And once I was, whew, I love that yarn from Hobby Lobby. Their yarn is so soft, and their cotton, whew, I love it too. So this peaches and cream, y'all, is, I know it'll soften up, but I just don't like it. I'm not liking this. I mean, the penguin's gonna look cute in that, and you see how like bumpy it, how not flat it is. Now, if I lay it down, I can flatten him out and he'll stay. That's how stiff it is. But it's, yeah, it's buckling and bowing, and it's not relaxing. I mean, it might after I wash it, but my son, my youngest, saw me making this, and he's like, "Are you making a penguin?" He didn't even see the picture, I don't think, in the book. I think I had it open, but I don't think he saw the picture. I think he just saw this and thought it was a penguin or something. Or maybe he did see the picture. And he goes, "I want the penguin." I'm like, "It's a dishcloth." I'm thinking this in my head. Dude, it's a dishcloth. But you know what? If my son wants the penguin, I'll give my son the penguin. So my son is going to be the first recipient of this penguin. Again, I don't, ugh. Again, if anybody wants the peaches and cream cotton after I'm done with the penguin, please say so. I will gladly send it to you. They are all bought from Walmart, so I think they're like $2 or $3 a pop. I'll have to double check. They're like $2.97 or $3.97. No, I think they're $2.97. They're not $1.97. I think they're $2.97. So I think they're $3 a roll, or whatever they are. $3 for, I mean, it feels soft in this, kind of, whatever this rolled up skein thing is called. So I think it's like $3 for 2.5 ounces of cotton, 100% cotton. And this one's a little leaky, a little, you know how these get when they're sitting on the shelf. They don't stay pretty a lot of times. So please let me know if you're interested in my peaches and cream, because I just don't think I can handle working with it again after I finish the penguin. I'm finishing the penguin, and I'm only using the 3 colors, and then I will send whatever's left over of those colors as well. So I'll drop a couple dollars off the price. I also need to figure out how many I have, because I have 2, 4, 6, 8, maybe 10 to 12 of them. I mean, I literally picked up one of every color to be able to make these. Now, I didn't grab all the colors that are in these dishcloths, thankfully. So, yeah. So anyway, let me know if you're interested in the color, in the peaches and cream, and I will gladly export them to you. So that is all I have for you guys today. Yeah, it's been one of those fishing for topics kind of morning, because I didn't have a whole lot to show you except for my background behind me. So I am loving this basket contraption here. This sign needs to find a new home. I just need to figure out how I'm gonna hang that up. I might, actually no, it's not gonna fit there. I'm just gonna play with this on here real quick with you guys. Oh wait. If I can get it off this hook. There we go. Okay, so this is how I have it redneck hung up there. It's a little clip that I have hanging on a hook, but it's holding it. So what I was thinking about doing is, see, I want to hang it like this, but the center thing is not enough over that. Like, the frame of the closet is not enough over this way for me to hang it from. So I don't like it like that sideways. So I don't know what to do with this because I don't know. See how, like, see all this prettiness up here? You can barely see it now, so. But this right here is one of the bundles from Dawn Erin. Oops. One of the little mini bundles that I got from her. So that is my dilemma with the sign. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, anyway, it's crooked. Oh, I'm so OCD when it comes to things being crooked. Oh, let's see. I need it to stay like right. I'm just gonna be done with it. And now it's up higher. I'll fix it later. Have a great day, friends. It is Monday. I hope you have a wonderful week and a wonderful Monday. Don't forget, it's a beautiful day to be kind and positive and to go and make something beautiful. And I'll see you on the next one, friends. Bye. There, now you can see it. Bye.